It is said that love is beautiful, and it is, but no one ever talks enough about how brutal it can also be, how relationships can test your patience, your limits, your identity. If you're looking for sugar-coated advice or fairy tales, this video may not be for you. But if you're ready to hear the hard, raw, uncomfortable truths that most people never say out loud, then keep watching. Because these 5 brutal truths about relationships could change the way you love, forever. Brutal truth number 1. Love is not enough. We grow up thinking that love is the answer, that if 2 people love each other, they'll figure it all out, that love alone can conquer the world, heal wounds, survive betrayal, repair trauma. But that's a lie. Love is important, but it's not enough. For love without communication becomes silence. Love without effort fades. Love without respect turns toxic. Love without compatibility is exhausting. So many couples fall apart not because they stopped loving each other, but because they didn't know how to stay together through the storms. One wanted to talk, the other wanted to shut down. One wanted growth, the other wanted comfort. One apologized, the other kept the score. You can love someone deeply and still not be right for them. You can love someone completely and still be the reason they cry at night. You can be in love and still feel completely alone. Let that sink in. Real relationships take work, not just romantic dates and sweet texts, but hard conversations, accountability, vulnerability, humility, discipline. So stop just chasing love. Start asking, can this person communicate when the going gets tough? Do they take responsibility? Do they want the same future as I do? Are we a team, or 2 people constantly pulling in opposite directions? Because the truth is, love is just the beginning, not the guarantee. 2. You can be loyal and still be lonely. There's a special kind of pain that comes from being in a relationship and still feeling completely alone. You show up, you stay faithful, you do everything right, and yet something is missing. You're not cheated on, you're not abused, you're not abandoned, but you're starving emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You miss being understood, being seen, being chosen on purpose, not out of habit. And the most painful part, you're in bed next to someone who doesn't even know you're hurting. This is the brutal truth that most people don't talk about. You can be in a committed relationship and still feel like a ghost. We romanticize loyalty, and yes, loyalty is important, but loyalty without intimacy is a void. Loyalty without connection is survival mode. Loyalty without effort is emotional starvation with a smile. You start to shrink. You stop asking for what you need because the disappointment is worse than the silence. You become polite instead of passionate. You laugh less, you talk less. Most of all, you begin to question yourself. Am I asking too much? Maybe I'm just too sensitive. Maybe this is what long-term love is supposed to feel like. No, it's not. You deserve presence, not just proximity. You deserve someone who sees you, not just someone who stays. Because staying isn't always love. Sometimes it's comfort, or fear, or routine. So here's the truth you need to hear. Never mistake someone's loyalty for love. They may never leave you, but that doesn't mean they'll ever really choose you. And in the end, love isn't proven by staying. It's proven by how you stay. Truth number 3, you will outgrow people you once thought you would marry. It's a painful thing to admit. Sometimes the person you swore would be your forever was just meant to be a chapter. You once dreamed of wedding rings and a shared future. You imagined how their last name would sound with yours. You saved screenshots of messages where they called you their soulmate. You believed with all your heart that this was it. But time changes people. And as you grew, maybe they didn't. As your mind expanded, maybe theirs stayed small. As your soul healed, maybe they kept reliving the same pain. And slowly, what once felt like a dream begins to feel like a cage. Here's the brutal truth that no one wants to hear. You can love someone deeply and still outgrow them. You can still care. You can still wish them well, but you no longer belong in the same future. Because love should never hold you back. Love should never ask you to shrink, to stay palatable, to stop growing, to dim your light so they don't feel insecure. If you have to make yourself smaller just to stay, you're not in love. You're in survival mode. You don't owe your forever to the person who only fits your past. And letting go doesn't mean you failed. It means you chose to grow. It means you chose you. So when you're wrestling with the pain of leaving someone you thought was your forever, remember this: you are not betraying love by walking away. You are honoring it by refusing to let it turn into resentment, regret, or regretful tolerance. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to let go. Truth number 4. You will be triggered by love if you have not healed. No one warns you about this. How love, real, vulnerable, honest love, will trigger every wound you never knew you still carried. It's not always the relationship that's toxic. Sometimes it's the mirror it holds up to your unhealed self. Love will show you where you still don't feel worthy. It will show you the parts of you that cringe when someone gets too close. The parts of you that push people away just to see if they'll come after you. The parts of you that fear love because the last time you gave it, it ended in betrayal. Here's the brutal truth. Until you do the inner work, you will continue to confuse love with danger. You'll assume that distance is safety. You'll interpret silence as punishment. You'll sabotage good things just to protect yourself from getting hurt again, not because you're weak, but because you're still protecting the child inside you, the one who was neglected, rejected, abandoned, or betrayed. And if you're not careful, you'll turn the person who loves you into your emotional punching bag. You'll make them pay for the sins of others. You'll expect them to read your mind. You'll punish them for things they never did. And you'll call it boundaries when it's really fear. The truth is, love is not always soft. Sometimes love is a spotlight. It reveals your darkest corners. It demands your healing. It asks, can you let yourself be loved, even here? So if you find yourself pushing people away when they get too close, if you overreact to kindness, if you feel unsafe in moments of peace, it doesn't mean love is the enemy. It means it's time to heal the wounds that scream when love whispers. Because the best relationship you'll ever have is the one you build with your healed self. Truth number 5, the right person won't save you. They'll challenge you. We all long for this fantasy, that one person who will finally make sense of it all, the one who will kiss away your fears, fill the holes in your heart, and make the pain of your past disappear. But here's a truth that might shock you. The right person won't save you. They'll spark your growth. They won't complete you. They'll confront you. They'll hold up a mirror to your patterns, your avoidances, your excuses. They will make you uncomfortable, not because they don't love you, but because they do. Real love isn't about saving. It's about reflection. And the person who really wants to build something real with you will not be afraid to call you out with compassion. They're going to ask you the hard questions. Why do you run when the going gets tough? Why are you afraid to need someone? Why do you shut down instead of speaking up? Not to break you, but to wake you up. They will support your healing, but they won't carry your wounds for you. They'll be patient with your scars, but not enable your avoidance. They'll walk with you, not ahead of you, not behind you. For true love is not someone who does the work for you. It's someone who stands beside you while you do the work. So stop looking for someone to fix you. Start becoming the version of yourself that doesn't need fixing. Just honest partnership. The right person isn't your escape. They're your alignment. And when it's real, it won't just feel good. It'll make you better. These 5 brutal truths about relationships aren't meant to break your heart. They're meant to set it free. Because love isn't just about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person. It's about learning, healing, growing, and choosing someone over and over again. Not because you have to, but because you want to. If you've made it this far, chances are you're not looking for superficial love. You want depth. You want truth. You want something real. So let those truths guide you. Let them challenge you. And most of all, let them remind you that you are worthy of a love that doesn't just feel good in the moment, but stands the test of time. If this video resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more honest conversations about love, growth, and healing. And if you think someone needs to hear this today, share it.